We often hear about the importance of hard work in achieving success. But what if I told you that there's another crucial element, one that's even more important, but oftentimes gets overlooked? And it's arguably the primary reason that 95% of businesses fail and goals never get achieved. Because success, even career success, isn't just about putting in long hours. It's about investing in ourselves, what's referred to as personal development or soft skills. Think about it. Are you focusing solely on your job skills, or are you dedicating time and energy into your inner game, to becoming a better you? If you want to learn elite level tips and gain the soft skill advantage, join me on today's Life Design podcast as we discuss topic number 7 from my book, Improve Your Thoughts, Improve Your Life. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe now so you can join us on every episode. We truly appreciate it. And be sure to engage in the comments section of your favorite platform for your chance to be invited as a guest on one of our episodes. Hello, my fabulous friends. Welcome back to the Life Design Podcast and our Wednesday coaching series. I'm your host, coach, and mentor, Michael Borland. And today we're going to have some fun upgrading our beliefs on what it means to work hard to gain success. As I've shared many times before, if you choose to learn and implement the lessons that we share on the Life Design Podcast, your life can change radically. And I mean, absolutely for the better. I say that specifically because remember, not all change is good, right? I mean, we all know that. That's what we fear about change most of the time. But in this case, we are referring to controlling that change, being in charge of it, and actually making it happen. So, that being said, today we're going to focus on it through the understanding of soft skills and the soft skill advantage. So tell me, in listening to these series or in your own experience, have you found yourself stuck in average thinking, in common ways of thinking with thoughts like, I have to work hard, and I'm going to do air quotes here, at my job to be successful? Well, we all know there's some truth to that, but that's not quite how the elite players in life or in business think about hard work or about success, because they understand the inner game is what swings that pendulum. See, their thoughts sound something more like, I must work hard on myself to attain the success I want. Okay? I'm not saying they don't work hard, at their chosen jobs, careers, businesses, and relationships and other things. Okay. I'm not even saying that they all started with an upgraded way of thinking. It was a lesson that they learned along the way, typically after landing flat on their face time after time. But let's be honest, many of them still haven't learned the lesson well enough, which is why we hear so much drama about famous and highly successful people in the media, because they've only implemented certain skill sets, typically hard skill sets. Listen, hard work is a key ingredient, but it's a key ingredient to working smart and to attain the attainment of true success, but probably not in the way that you're thinking about hard work. Because the truly successful people, the most successful people in all aspects of life, they work hard on improving themselves, because they understand that makes working hard at your, what we'll call, source of income much easier, much more productive, and much more beneficial for everyone that's involved. We can all agree, if we think about it, that most employees appear to work harder than their boss does. And that boss appears to work harder than, their boss, or maybe than the owner. And the fact in that is that there are different types of work that need to be done at each of these levels. And I can tell you many of the mentors that I've learned from over the years, and I'm talking very successful mentors, high 6, 7, 8-figure earners, some even 9 and 10, but they don't really appear to work much at all. And the truth is, because their job, quote unquote, or should I say the work that they do, is to support others, to track that progress, to brainstorm ideas, and then to challenge and inspire the people, that they're in charge of, and the people around them, to inspire them to get to that next level. Leaders get paid for making it possible for other people to be successful, and then for helping them to gain that success. And it's no different, whether it's sports, whether it's music, whether it's business, even at home. Consider it this way. If two parents have a great relationship, and especially if each of them have, mastered themselves, their mental mastery, controlling their emotions, and in areas of high level communication, their children, those kids have a major upper hand in life. But on the flip side, if the parents don't have a good relationship, the sharks of life, right? They smell that blood in the water, and those kids lose that leg up in life. It doesn't have to be a financial leg up. It's a soft skill leg up. We know this is true because look at how many highly, I'm going to say, financially successful people we've seen in the public eye whose kids are a disaster. Their lives are a complete disaster. Even if they're financially successful, even if they're popular, famous, their lives are a complete wreck because their parents mastered that outside game. They made a ton of money. They became famous. They earned the titles. They never learned how to work on themselves. They never learned how to communicate with their children and learn to, or figured out, I'm going to say it that way, through experience, how to raise their children in a way that said, I'll put it this way, that taught them how to handle the stresses of that lifestyle. And the kids' lives are a mess. We see it all the time. So what's the key that I'm referring to here? What's the key that we want to take away from this? It's that true success, holistic success in all areas of life, hinges on what I like to call the soft skill advantage. It hinges on the inner game, on the soft skills of life. Doesn't matter if you're an employee working for someone else, if you're self-employed, a small business owner, a big business owner, an investor, you should always be working hard for yourself and even harder on yourself. This is, what most people hear as being referred to as working smart. Okay, we hear that all the time. Work smarter, not harder. Think about it this way, though. Hard work gives you momentum, right? It will sometimes get you to success. But working smart, number one, it gets you there quicker. Number two, it keeps you there longer. Okay. And in addition to that, I'll say it permeates outward, right? It involves and it improves every area of your life and business. Hard skills will help you in a particular area. Soft skills, the soft skill advantage helps you in every area of life. So for the purpose of today's conversation, we want to consider working hard for yourself means things like giving it your best, okay, at every task that's associated to your business or your source of income. Okay, it includes looking for ways to add value above and beyond what's typically expected of you. It includes finding every opportunity to bring value to your coworkers and to your clients, and even helping them succeed whenever possible, whether that means through a purchase that they're making, if it's a client, through a process that you're working on with them, again, client or coworker, same concept. However, working hard on yourself reflects more often and more clearly, we'll say, in the growth practices that you commit to outside of your job. And that's not to say that your job or your career activities don't include aspects of soft skill development, because a lot of companies make sure that that's the case, and a lot of jobs, they require it at some level. But it's usually a very minor part of what most companies offer their employees, even as a even as an intentional soft skill building opportunity. So how do we make that shift toward prioritizing our personal development, or as I said, our soft skill, building a soft skill advantage? Think about it. It's not hard to understand that the more you work on your own thoughts, on your attitudes, improving your emotional intelligence and your high level communication skills, the more you do that, the more value you offer, the more success you will attain in every avenue of your life. And think about this. The parts that we seldom see in other people, that whether we see them as being successful or not, the parts that we don't see in them are the behind the scenes parts. And I'm referring to the work that they've done to make themselves a better person. Listen, let me share it this way. We've all had times where we've accomplished something great. Or maybe we've had someone that did something wonderful for us. And yet we still felt empty. Or maybe we felt lousy. We might have put on a good show, made everyone around us see us as flying high. But inside, we felt like nothing had changed. Or maybe we even felt like things got worse. This is the difference between outer success, that accomplishment that we achieved somehow, and inner success. And it's where personal development and the soft skill advantage makes 100% of the difference. So let me share 4 levels of that, what I'll call the inner game, or of the soft skill mastery. If something great happens to you and you don't feel great about it, okay, that represents a poor inner game. But maybe you've done a little work on yourself and you're in a situation where nothing good, nothing out of the ordinary, extra special happens to you, and yet you still feel great. See, that represents some inner game strength, emotional, mental strength. And I'm not referring to a one-time thing. I'm not just referring to a single incident. I'm saying if this is your normal, ongoing reaction to outside experiences in life, nothing special happened today, but I feel great. Nothing special happened yesterday, but I felt great. Nothing special happens tomorrow, but I feel great throughout that whole day. Okay, there's a level of inner strength there. But if you can face challenges, sometimes challenge after challenge, and still feel good, and if this is consistently, you're finding, let's say, good things in potentially bad experiences, in a case like that, you're doing very good. Okay, that third level here. You have a strong inner game. Again, poor inner game, some inner strength, versus now we're talking about a strong inner game. But there's still another level. And that's when we learn to convert challenges and bad experiences into repeated wins, into long-term success. When we can do that, that's when we've mastered the inner game. When we can take a negative experience and we can say and mean it, this was something good that happened to me because I chose it to be. Okay. That is when we've mastered the inner game. That is when we go through life with the soft skill advantage that so many people just don't have. And that's the level that I'm trying to help you get to through this podcast, through my books, and through my coaching programs. Listen, if you struggle, well, let me give you another example first. I've shared this in the past in various settings of, let's say it's a couple who loses a child, and you have one of those two people who, both of them have every reason to feel horrible. That is a horrible, miserable experience that words can't even explain. But one of them goes into hiding, and it is miserable and can't even pull themselves out to care and share love with their other children at times because they're in so much pain. Whereas the second parent says, it's horrible. I can't explain to you the pain I'm going through. But I'm going to use this pain to draw closer to my other children. I'm going to use this pain to help other parents who are in my situation, who've lost a child. And I'm using this excuse because it's one of the worst ones I can think of. It's also one that I've had potentially my own experience with, but where I've definitely known and been very close with people who've had this experience. And some of them I've coached through, where one parent just struggled for an extended period of time to deal with this situation. And the other parent very, very quickly said, I'm going to appreciate the time that I had with that child. And I'm going to use this horrible, horrible experience to help other people. That is mastering the inner game. That is a level that any of us can get to. Doesn't take away the pain, doesn't make it any less horrible, and it doesn't have to be that situation. Any situation. To be able to take it and say, I'm going to use this horrible situation to deliver value to other people in life. That is mastery of the inner game. That is mastery. That is the epitome of the soft skill advantage. So, if you struggle making this kind of shift on your own, an effective strategy is to find a mentor or a coach or a therapist to provide you guidance and accountability in getting through it. Because investing into yourself this way yields remarkable returns. Okay, both personally and professionally. So let me share some industry statistics with you. And these are specifically from the coaching industry, because that's the industry I'm in. I've also picked up a lot of these stats when I was in the corporate world, working on the corporate side as well, where I did coaching for many, many, many years. But there are dozens of studies out there. And I'm not going to name them because I don't want you thinking I'm nitpicking. You can literally Google it and you will find, study after study after study, comment after comment on this. But dozens of studies have shown that the typical return on investment for hiring a coach is between 3 to 7 times. Okay, that means for every dollar you put in, you get $3 to $7 in value back. So think about that. You spend $3,000 on coaching, you get between $9,000 to $21,000 in value back. But get this. Many companies out there, big corporations, estimate an ROI, return on investment, as they call it, 10 to 50 times their investment. That means your $3,000 investment gets you $30,000 to $150,000 return. If it's a $10,000 investment at a business level, that's $100,000 to $500,000 in return. Those are their numbers, not mine, not other coaches. These are clients' statistics. And I've personally seen firsthand how coaching can transform lives, and therapy and consulting. But I've personally seen business clients who multiplied their, one in particular, multiplied his business by 8 times, going from 5 million in revenue to 40 million in revenue in 2 years, just over 2 years. That's after receiving 4 months of coaching. Not to mention, in his and his wife's words, it saved their marriage. And got her retired early, and actually wound up getting him retired early. In the end, that was a few years after that. But I've seen a mother who, within a 6-month time frame with part-time coaching, went from struggling to fit in as a new person on her job, and within 6 months of working there, not to mention, she was suffering from strained relationships with her 2 teenage children, a boy and a girl. With 6 months of working there, she was being promoted to a team supervisor, and she had reconnected with her kids at a level so strong, they asked her to hang out with them for the weekend. Not take us somewhere, not her asking them, where they came to her and asked her to hang out for the weekend. And she attributed all of that to working with her coach. I was blessed enough to be that coach. I didn't do the work. She did it. But I got to be a part of that. Those are just 2 of hundreds of lives that I've personally seen change through coaching. And I can share story after story of people that I know have been helped through therapy, through consulting, through mentorships. But if you truly feel lost and you just want someone to talk to about it, go find someone. Go to my website, www.mylifedesign.com. Design spelt with a Z. So the description's in the in the notes down here, wherever it is on your platform, wherever you're listening to this. But again, www.mylifedesign.com, and design has a Z. Go there and schedule a free discovery session. There's no pressure. There's no obligation. It's a conversation to help you find clarity. If it turns out that you're ready for change, I will share with you the options available to work with me. And you'll either say yes or no. That's it. Sorry, I didn't mean for that to turn into a sales pitch. That's not the point. Trust me, if you need therapy, I'm going to send you elsewhere. That doesn't benefit me at all, other than the fact that I get to help you, which is my passion. But I'm going to tell you, there are thousands of very skilled people in every field, in every vocation, who never live truly successful lives because they focused on the hard skills, and hard skills are only 20% of the occasion. Soft skills in the inner game, they help you win at work, at home, in relationships, in difficult times, literally in every moment of every day of your life. There is no other skill set, hard skill set, that offers that level of benefit, period. Soft skills are what give you the advantage. That being said, I hope I've helped you understand the importance of the soft skill advantage, of taking control of your inner game and putting it to work for you in all areas of your life. That is it for today. Thank you for joining me. Please be sure to like and share and subscribe and follow and whatever it is on your platform, and engage. Reach out. Share your experiences, share your inner game wins and what you found in your balance and in your journey. And then join me next week for more insights, whether it's Mental Health Monday series, on Wednesday's coaching series like today. Keep coming back, join in the conversation. Until then, live awesome and enjoy your journey.